Welcome, everybody, to episode 281 of The China Show, The Real China Show. And 281 is area code for?
Houston. We have a...
Success.
We don't have a problem. We have a success. Great success.
Yes. Well, today we have a great show for you, and we can't wait to get into it. So how about we just saunter right into it with what's new?
You don't want to, get everyone ready and primed up?
For what?
For the fact that they have to click the like button.
No, not yet. Wait, let's at least go through our sizzle roll.
Okay,
Come on.
Fair enough.
Wow. Okay, so everybody, let's get started. Let's take a look at what we have in store for you today.
Coming up
here.
in today's China Show.
And of course, much, much more. And we do have much, much more today for you guys.
I like to always make the prediction. How much percent of the show did that cover?
Very small percent.
Very small
We
percent.
got a lot. Lots of funny stuff, lots of serious stuff. There's a lot of crazy things happening in China, as per usual, and we'd like to keep you informed. Make sure that you guys are the local Zhongguo Tong in your area.
Yes. I actually...
What does that mean?
A China hand. You're China expert.
Yes. Old China hand. Anyway, the thing is, Zhongguo Tong is what you would call like a kind of a person who knows China really well. You know, when I was in living in Shenzhen, because I lived there for so long, I knew more about the city than most local people that lived there.
Yeah.
Because I used to explore.
Yeah.
So I would be telling them where to go to the cool restaurants and stuff. They used to call me a Shenzhen Tong, which means like the local expert of that city.
Yeah, I moved around all around China, so it was the Zhongguo Tong, the all of China hand, all right?
Jack of all trades, master of none, you know.
I wasn't trying to one-up you. I was trying to one-down you and finish by saying, it's like I saw a lot.
Yeah.
But, which makes me awesome.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just joking. Another way to say it is you can always say, Hamju Sao.
No, that is not how you say it. Anyway, we're really getting off track here. This is not a Chinese lesson, but anyway, we're going to get into it. How about we saunter
I have this before we saunter into it.
What?
The entire chat is begging me to put on the Like Farmer hat. The Like Farmer hat, you know what? The Like Farmer, unfortunately, has a very strong following now.
Okay.
Because it started as you're trying to make people hate it. They love it. Give the people what they love.
Get it over with.
Well... Put on the Like Farmer hat.
Well, you're putting it on top of your other hat?
Well, because I got to rep the Bills. We're 3-0 right now.
Oh.
So,
You're
shout out to the Bills.
3-0?
3 wins, 0 losses. Yeah.
Okay.
3-0.
3-0? Okay, 3-0.
You say 3-0, 4-0. Like 4 wins, 3 wins.
3-0?
And.
Okay.
3-0. You know?
Okay. Okay, 3-0.
Can you play my song, please?
Oh, sorry. I forgot about this. All right, here we go.
Well, we're here, episode 281. Shout out to Houston, Texas. I think you guys will much appreciate my hat. If you guys could click that like button, we're going to try to hit 3,000 likes before 1 hour. No, not even 1 hour. 45 minutes into the show. If we can hit that, it gets us on people's feeds so that they can, we can feed ourselves. And I don't know what this accent is.
I need to do it. I feel like burying you in your own field right now. Wherever that may be.
Don't get me started. I've been playing Medieval Dynasty working on fields. Anyway, if we can get 3,000 likes, the reason is YouTube will put our show on people's feeds. This is not just for us. This is so that people can actually see our message. Yes. You never know what the algorithm's going to do, especially all this AI slop content out. Are you pissed off about the AI slop content these days?
Yes, I am.
Seems like half of YouTube.
Correct.
So if you want to support local humanoid creators like us, I don't know why I'm Italian now.
Yes.
Please click the like button, and we're going to try to hit 3,000 likes. We're going to try to max out at 8,000 today. It's our new goal.
Okay.
But if you can get to 3,000, we'll hit that first milestone. Let me know in chat when you get there.
Thank you. All right. Can we move on?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for putting up with that, guys. At least I'm not the only one. Solidarity, you know. Let's saunter into everything with what's new. This is where we talk about everything that's new specifically with regards to China. Now, this is going around because some cops were called in to deal with the problem, and they were just having a hard time.
I love this because it shows you the reality that China is not just like 8-lane highways
Yeah.
and like high-speed rails.
Yes.
Much of China does look like this.
Correct.
Yeah, as we know, we've literally rode motorcycles around the entire country.
The entire
multiple
country,
times.
yes. Yeah, we've seen everything. And it's funny because the comments were, how can we all be alleviated out of poverty if we
Yes.
can't even have roads? That was the quotes people
Yes.
were saying in the comments.
Yes.
So it's kind of a funny thing that's been going around. Now
People always get a kick out of these.
you know, it's bizarre to me that when they build these buildings, they don't have a place for an air conditioner to be mounted. You got these guys have to go out there, risk their lives to install air conditioners.
Yeah, I noticed that all American buildings are well equipped, and when I went to Japan, I noticed everything was well equipped there. China is just they build tofu drag buildings that fall down, and they don't equip them with any facilities to put things on.
Yeah, so everybody, especially if you're in the south of China, it's so hot. Everybody needs an air conditioner.
you'll
So
die.
you would think
You'll
that they would have provisions already built in. Some buildings do, but in a lot of cases like this, you have to have these guys doing these daredevil stunts. Now, this guy is incredibly well equipped. This is usually not the case.
That's why we're showing you this.
Yes.
This is such a rarity for a guy to have this much skill, number one, like climbing around with all his ropes, and then number two, this much safety.
Well, this guy actually does this for a living. He's like on the Chinese equivalent of TikTok. You can see he's got a drone filming him, and he's got all the gear. So this is his living. He not only installs air conditioning, but he puts it online.
For sure.
That's why he's all set up like this.
And so this guy knows what he's doing.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, it's still, heart racing when you look at this. This is more in line with what you will see.
This is 90% of the time what you'll see.
There's a little ledge. Can you see how thin that ledge is?
Yeah, I mean, the guy is probably, would you give him 5-6 inches before he was on the edge there?
I'm not even talking about that. Look how thin the actual ledge is.
Oh, yeah.
It's like one brick thickness.
True.
You know what I mean?
That's not holding me up. I'm 220 pounds.
Especially in China, when they build these little ledges like this, it's kind of very, very high chance it's a tofu ledge.
True.
I'm
two of those guys, my point, though. So it can handle him.
For sure. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if this guy was like sitting like, I don't know, like a couple meters above the ground.
Yes.
But look, he's got no safety harness on, no safety rope. He's lucky that it's right underneath the window, though. But when you see exactly where he is...
Stethoscope. Look at the zoom out. Wait till you feel the zoom out, guys.
Yeah. And that's the charging pipe. I mean, look at that.
I'm not even scared of heights, but that's scary.
No, dude. I don't care if you're scared of heights or not. You have to have some common sense. Like, no safety rope at all. Like, what if there's a strong wind or something all of a sudden?
Yes.
You lose your balance.
That's so messed up.
Yeah. It's very common, though, and sometimes they'll do what the first guy did, but without all that safety gear. Just tie a rope around their waist.
Yes.
Is
he on the 22nd floor? Dude, can we count? Can we count?
You want to count?
Yeah,
Okay.
just quickly.
Quick. You can do the counting.
Okay. You got to keep it at the zoomed out part.
I will. I'll win it.
Because, I mean, if it was, okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Unless, there might be 2 at the bottom.
Yeah, he's on 20-something floor.
Because there's those 2 at the bottom where like shops are. I'm calling 22nd floor.
It's entirely possible.
What would someone say to him?
Ground level?
Or, they could be saying, oh my.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. I see where you're going with this.
Oh my days, Chakrara.
They could say that.
They could. Okay, let's move on from this air conditioning extravaganza. Yeah, that's not very safe. What we've got next over here is something that's kind of funny. Can you explain?
This guy, if you're listening, there's a guy and there's a shadow he's laying. It's at nighttime.
Yeah.
And he's showing how he disappears because there's not very good lighting when they're filming the video.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend will say, like, where are you?
Yeah, let's see.
1分钟。哎，人呢？真看不见了，再来一遍。
小心的我。
Do it again.
哎，你在哪里？
Okay. Yeah.
It's good.
Guys, almost every week I
Got
try...
run over for listeners.
Yeah. Almost every week I try to warn everybody about face filters. Okay? And maybe this is a bit of a hang-up of mine, and I'll tell you why. Okay, there's a reason why I warn everyone. I used to often get subscribers visiting me in China when I was in China. And there's one particular incident I remember where this guy came all the way from America, really nice guy. He was like an engineer, and he was like nothing wrong with the guy. He was a really decent looking guy. He was a nice dude. And he had been doing one of those online, soul mate searching type things where he'd been, doing an online dating with a Chinese woman for like probably over a year already. He'd invested a lot of time and a lot of money. He'd been sending her gifts, the usual type thing. And
should have just sent her gifts.
Yeah, exactly.
Saved a lot of money.
Yeah. But when he arrived to meet her, she looked nothing like what he was expecting. Because every single photo, every single video chat, everything was doctored and filtered. And I met up with him for coffee, and he was devastated because the entire relationship was a lie.
Yeah. I don't want to be ABP, but like that's how it is here now. In America. It is.
Sure.
It is.
But, sure it is, but not to the extent it is in China.
Yeah. And then they did it earlier.
Yeah, way earlier. So, I mean, the reason why I like to warn people about the whole face filter thing is it's so not real. And you see all these videos coming out of China where they have these beautiful, slender, tall women, like all look like supermodels. It's not true. The filters are making people taller, making them slimmer, making them have longer legs, making their face completely different, everything, right? So it's just, I hate it when there's like this open lie. You know what I mean? So I like to bring people down to earth. And this particular clip is pretty funny.
It is.
Okay. So you've got a live streaming woman, okay, who
Yeah,
live streams in the street here.
They're both live streaming. They're both streamers.
Yes, they're both streamers. But so the guy's like asking her like, "What do you think about me?" And she's like, "Oh, your face is just not my taste." And bush what a tie. Maybe we can explain that quickly. Bush what a tie is like, "You're not my dish." That means you're not my taste.
Yeah, it's like you're
not my type.
I'm not into you. I'm
It's
not
just-
into guys like you.
It's basically you're not my type.
Yeah, you're not my type.
That's
That's
exactly
what
what
it
it
is.
is. Bush what a tie. You're not my vegetable. You're not my dish.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Anyway, so
好像
let's
不
take
是
a
我的
look.
菜，我不喜欢这
光
种就是
看点吗？你这句话有点伤人了。
如果你有内涵比较好的话，我还是可以那啥一下的。
我知道你是颜值控吗？什么叫光看点？我不理解。
是我说话太直了吗？那我如果伤害到你，
那你
不好意思。
那你光看点，你也不是我的菜啊。等一下，怎么会？
那我们
Okay. So I think this is the
I'll break it down for like the people who are listening.
Go ahead.
They're talking to each other. They're both live streaming.
Yes.
That's why he's getting these like super weird frilly
Yeah.
masks on his head as people are donating.
Yeah.
And she says, "You're not my type." He says, "Oh, how can you be so hurtful? You're too obsessed with appearance." And she says, "I'm sorry." She wasn't that.
She
mean
was
about
nice.
it.
She was nice. Yeah, she was nice. Nothing
But
wrong
he
with
goes,
that.
"Actually, if I look at you though, you're not my type either." And then shows a real photo of her.
Yeah, because a bystander took a picture
Yes.
of her live streaming.
Yeah.
And you can see just exactly how these filters work.
Yeah.
Because the person that you're looking at is just so misrepresentative of the real thing.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the same even person.
No, not even close. If you're listening, you've got a fairly I wouldn't say like
No, I mean,
overweight,
just
but like compared to the sort of pretty filtered person that you see on the right, it's you wouldn't be able to tell it's the same
Yeah, and like
person.
in real life, she's not wearing makeup or anything.
Yes.
Right, which is fine, but like her image on the
I mean,
video
the
is...
filter, it makes your eyes bigger,
Yeah.
it puts makeup on for you, it smooths your skin, it makes your hair look nicer, it makes your face slim, it makes you look slim, it slims your arms down, everything. It's kind of insane.
I do want to say, this
Yeah.
is Devil's Advocate. Sunkiss Blessing said the guy also has a filter on his face, if you've noticed, and he did. He also was using a face filter.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
And that guy has absolutely nothing to be judgmental
No,
about.
of course not.
Grease hair boy.
Of course not. Of course not. Yeah. Again,
But
I'm
yeah,
not,
no, it's a
I'm not
funny
trying
video.
to put the
It's a funny
blame on
video.
any
Yeah, yeah.
particular person here. I'm just saying when you see videos coming out of China, you have to understand that all of them now, every single one is doctored and filtered,
Yeah.
bar none.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's carry on.
Funny clip.
It's kind of funny. I like calling people out in their BS.
It is funny.
Yeah.
So this is going around. I think there's a watermark of this guy's channel, but
Yeah.
yeah, everything fixed or whatever.
I
Just play it, just
I
play it.
actually have one of those.
What? Drill?
Yeah, I have the better one than that.
Doesn't.
No, that's like a impact wrench. It's an impact
gotcha.
drill. Yeah.
Anyway, he takes off the battery and he shakes it around. He's like, "What the heck?" Opens it up. Turns out it's a fake battery pack from China.
Yeah, you can see that the contacts are only on some of the cells there, and those ones at the bottom aren't even connected.
This is ballsy. But he's like, you know what? I have so much confidence. I'm going to drill with a real drill into this battery.
Wouldn't suggest anyone do anything like this. It's just filled with sand. And that makes sense because, look, it's the same weight and size as the real thing.
Yeah.
But it's only got half the cells in it. So they can. That's why it's so cheap. Also, pro tip, never, ever, ever buy a fake lithium battery.
Never. Don't do it.
Don't. Because, when you buy one from the legitimate companies, they have liability, right?
DeWalt's great.
Yeah, DeWalt's, it's like the top tier tools. But any brand name, because think about it, if it's a real brand and the battery catches fire, you have legal recourse.
Yeah.
So they know that they don't want to get sued, so they make sure there's a lot of testing, a lot of making sure that their stuff is safe. The knockoff stuff has none of that. They don't care if your house burns down, and so you will just get garbage. Please don't ever buy fake lithium batteries.
Don't do it. Don't
anyway,
do it.
Let's continue.
是你的吗？拿过来我的外卖，我靠！美女。
Okay, you better translate because people can't understand.
So there's a guy. He's a delivery driver. It's getting his middle finger ready. He he's a delivery driver on his e-bike, and a woman has stolen a delivery from him. Like could be noodles, could be some sort of food.
Yeah, you can see it on her handlebars there.
It happens so often in China. It's funny because it's like an epidemic right now.
Yeah.
Like of people stealing other people's why my delivery.
Yeah, you see it. They walk up and they like open there's like a heater box.
It's almost a sport.
Yeah, they just open it up and grab something and walk off.
Yeah, it's like theft is so rampant in China, in particular to these delivery drivers, right?
Yeah.
That they're running propaganda campaigns to the West, only to the West, because everyone in China knows this happens.
Sure.
But to the West, in English and stuff, saying like, I can't believe people can just leave their deliveries out. It's like, bro, no one's doing that. Nobody does that.
No one is doing that, yeah.
And anyway, this guy's chasing her down and trying to like live get the delivery back.
Exactly. It's like, give me back my delivery. It's like, I'm going to call the cops.
停车！停车！
干嘛？
你拿我外卖干嘛？
是你的外卖吗？
是你的外卖吗？你拿我的干嘛？你自己看。
Oh, she finally gave it back.
你这样搞，我报警了，跟你讲。
This is such a problem because China's trying to run this propaganda campaign called High Trust Society.
Yes.
They're trying to like bank off of Korea and Japan's well-earned reputation.
Yes.
And so, but China's like such a rampant theft country.
That's the thing, though, is like if you were to see that, because, you often see the propagandists will go and look at like, look, everyone's packages are just left out there and people can come and get, no one's taking it. Okay, you say that, but you're seeing people walk there and pick up a package and walk off. How do you know that's the person who owns the package?
Also, do you remember we, within a half an hour, found like 15 videos only in Shanghai.
Yes.
Where it's the richest, where there's less theft,
Yes.
Only in Shanghai from like a week or a month span of people getting their packages stolen.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, because there's so many people milling around, like you can just, in broad daylight, walk up, pick something up, oh yeah, that's mine, and just walk off casually, and you're stealing something.
And the funny thing is, again, like I like to use this double standard. Like they run these campaigns in the West to try to bolster China's image, to get the CCP's credibility up.
Yeah.
But if you ask a Chinese person, be like, "Hey, can I just leave all my stuff out in China?" They would laugh.
Yeah.
No Chinese people will leave their stuff out.
They don't believe that stuff. Anyway, this is what happens if you do leave your takeouts outside of a school. They're going to end up in the trash. Yeah.
They're
just throwing them away. They're like, screw this.
Like, you can't get stuff delivered here.
Yeah.
They're freaking out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a huge controversy right now in China. Anyway.
Moving on.
What's this? Another high trust society moment.
Yeah, I thought we'd just throw a couple of these broken vase scam ideas in here.
Where you pretend to get hit by a car and try to get money out of the person. Extortion. High trust societies always have situations like that.
Absolutely. That's what we're that's what we're demonstrating here, is that this idea of a high trust society, you wouldn't have situations like this.
She's so mad that she didn't pull it up.
Yeah, she's also trying to like hit the bonnet so it looks like he knocked into her and left a dent.
Yeah.
Sorry, hood that you say. Oh, hood.
You don't have to make fun of it.
Why not?
Don't make fun
Sounds
of it.
lame. You should, because bonnet sounds dumb.
Bonnet sounds super
It's super
lame.
dumb. It's like a little baby's bonnet.
It does, yeah.
They both sound dumb.
Yeah, true.
Call it the engine cover.
yeah, do that. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, exactly. You got a bee in your bonnet? No. A V8. You know what I'm
Powered
saying?
car.
Exactly.
This guy's like zombie man trying to do the same thing.
Dude, he's not putting any effort into it, though. That's what I love about this clip. So, yeah, this guy's actually going to be able to avoid him, it looks like. Here we go. Yeah, go to the... He's like, he's still going towards him, but he's going so
doesn't wanna
slowly. Yeah.
He doesn't want to give up.
This lady's actually setting everything up, getting ready for her performance.
She just went all in.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, that expensive car hit me.
She's wearing like a almost like a wedding dress.
Yes.
Pause that real quick.
Sure.
So there is a theme for today's What's New.
Yes.
We give you a little teasers here, but I wanted to shout out the new DVD Eyes Gone Wild. You guys might be familiar with the famous franchise Girls Gone Wild that you might have seen on late night on like Comedy Central when you're up at 2 a.m. seeing those commercials, infomercials. You're in America, so you wouldn't know,
I
but
don't know. Yeah.
This, unfortunately, you're not going to get such a nice little treat like that.
Okay.
You're going to get Eyes Gone Wild.
Right.
New DVD. We're actually going to cover some of the best scenes from this film. It's kind of like a real life documentary.
Okay.
Should we look at some scenes?
Sure. Let's take a look. For those of you who don't know, IE means like auntie.
Yes.
And that just means any middle-aged woman in China.
For sure.
They're referred to as IEs.
Did we hit 3,000 likes? You guys will let me know.
Yeah. Okay, so...
You can just play them through.
Okay, we got a welcome mat. And we have an IE, also known as a grab hag.
I mean, when you're stealing the welcome mat, that's high trust.
Yes.
That's a high trust society.
High trust society, you can't even leave your welcome mat outside. Even that gets stolen.
Don't say gilf, guys. That's not
That's
what I'm
gross.
getting at. I'm getting at bad behavior.
No,
not
yeah,
that
that's
kind of
that's
stuff.
terrible.
Let's rein it in.
Yeah. Okay. Now, speaking of delivery drivers, this woman has hit the yeah. So this IE.
Can you pause it super quick? I don't want to. Hold on. Gotta keep going because
Okay.
the feet are shot here. Okay. I just am a little confused.
Yes.
This IE is beating up a delivery driver.
Yeah, she hit his bike or something, and so there's a dispute. So she decides she's just going to beat him up.
I did want to zoom in on her shoes.
Okay.
And the reason is we have.
Yes, what's going on with those shoes?
She has one.
I'll go back a little bit so we can look properly.
No, this goes on forever. I think it'll come.
Okay, it'll come back.
I mean, again, this is not important, but. Okay,
Oh wait, she's taking that off.
She was wearing one Croc and
Yes.
one see-through high heel.
Yeah, you can see the croc is right here because she threw it. She took the croc off and threw it at him.
Why? Why are you wearing one Croc?
I'm confused.
I just don't get it.
Oh, you know what?
What?
She was driving, right? So maybe because high heels are difficult to like push the accelerator pedal.
Oh, she only needs one.
So I mean, she probably has her other high heel in the car. So when she's driving, she puts the croc on.
That would have made a better weapon.
With the high heel?
Yeah, and the Croc, I believe, is foam.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna hurt.
She should have taken off the other shoe.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's also wearing Crocs.
Yeah. The Croc world outfit.
Yeah.
It's a
What a
crock of
crocker.
shit world.
Exactly.
Anyway, this
Oh, she's
is,
driving one of those fake Ferrari.
Chinese EVs.
Yeah, exactly.
Those things suck, right?
Yep, big time.
So she goes in there, but the reason I wanted to include this IE is she calls for help, and every time someone calls for help, they'll call someone in their family or some cousin or someone they know in the mafia. And then when I say mafia, it's like bald thugs.
Yes, they always call thugs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem. Is this? I can't stand that. You know.
This poor delivery driver.
Yeah.
Makes nothing.
Yes.
Gets hit by a mean IE.
Yes.
Who beats him with a Croc.
Yes.
And then gets beat up by the mafia.
Yes, exactly.
That's China. Is that not the most Chinese scene of all
It is,
time?
because if you're driving a car, you're better than
Yeah.
anyone else. you know?
Yes.
It's unfortunate. This is the typical IE gone wild moment over here.
Yes.
She
Yes.
wants to cross the road.
Yes.
There is a barrier in the middle of the
Yes.
road.
Yes.
Okay. What do you do when you've got a barrier?
She doesn't want to go to the zebra crossing.
Yeah, just push the barrier over so that you can cross. Now, you might think this is an isolated incident. You'd be very wrong.
This is
This IE wants to
epidemic
get
right
over. She just pulls the whole barrier down so she can get over the road. I mean,
China's so chaotic.
yeah,
I
it's
kind of
just
miss
like
some of that.
it's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a bit of a celebration.
Yeah, this is an old clip, but yeah,
it's a
this
bit of a celebration.
This building is an interesting building.
I just felt like IEs would appreciate that.
very possibly. Yes. Yeah, I love this. This came out this week. All of these clips are very new, by the way.
Yeah.
This came out this week. This eye.
Let
Let me take the volume down. What is she doing there? I'll tell you what she's doing. Okay, so she obviously has some stuff she wants to put in the elevator. And this is quite common. I'll take it back a little bit, just to here. Sorry, just to
That reminds me, I think people need Like Farmer's seed.
Stop. Yeah. Okay. So what she's obviously got something she wants to take downstairs, and I bet you it's got to do with vegetables.
Okay.
Because she's got a little, a sifter, and she's got a little, like a cleaver type thing to cut vegetables or something, right? But she obviously has a bag or something that she's left behind. So her trick is to wait for the elevator to come there, put something in the doorway so it stops it from closing while she goes and fetches her bag to bring.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, except she's not paying a lot of attention here. And when she comes to block the door and put her stuff down, the cleaver falls down through the gap.
Into the gap, yeah.
So now she's like, where's my cleaver at, you know?
Gotta bridge that gap.
Yeah, exactly. She's like,
Where'd that go?
where's my cleaver at? Looking around down there. She's like, down there somewhere.
What is her looking supposed to accomplish here?
Well, she's trying to see if she can find it to take it out, I guess. And then she's like, I better go get my bag. Nah, maybe not. I'm just going to go down and try and get my cleaver. So she goes in and she's like, let's go down there, figure out where my cleaver went. Yep. All's good in the hood. Till she finds the cleaver.
The cleaver did its trick. Mm-hmm. It's really a brake, an elevator brake.
Yes, and there are a couple of things I'd like to point out about this. First of all, you know, the just lack of safety and not understanding how these work. But look at the elevator inside.
Yeah.
Is that not a common thing?
It's almost half of elevators.
It's got, by the way, if you're not looking at this, it's got like a plywood. They put plywood up whenever there's zhuangshou, as they call it, which is renovation happening, which happens all the time in apartment buildings. So they put it up so that the elevator doesn't get banged up and dinged when they bring in all the raw materials. They're bringing in like tiles and cement and all that kind of stuff in there, right? But the problem is they never really take it down.
No.
So even when everything's finished being constructed, that plywood stays in there for like years sometimes.
True.
It's really annoying. Anyway, just wanted to point that out. It's a cultural difference.
Yeah, we got a bunch, so let's just rip through.
Okay, listen to this.
我操！
你喊什么喊的？你是谁？你是一个垃圾。
A quick translation, and for those of you who don't know, this is a sushi restaurant in Shanghai, China's most sophisticated restaurant. There was a woman causing a scene. There's a foreigner sitting there, and he obviously told her to calm down or something, or, you know, try to intervene in some way. So she started picking on him and said, like, who are you? You are rubbish. Nishalaji means you're trash, right?
那为什么来中国呢？你为什么来中国呢
Why'd you come to China, she said.
Yeah, why do you come?
Why? 为什么来中国呢？你为什么来中国呢 Why you come to China? You need to be right out of China. You are not a Chinese. 不满意？我们这家店是倒霉，你们知道我是谁？我是你们的神的妻子王一斌，记住，我是谁？我是谁？我想干什么干什么。你 You have no authority. You have no freedom. You are a foreigner.
You are a foreigner.
You are not a man.
You are not a man.
You're not a man. You are a dog.
You're a dog. There's been a lot of
你们怎么没失业了？
been a lot of racism against foreigners in China these days. This nationalism is ramping up.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen to him if he's not careful?
Well, yeah.
He might get a little kick.
Oh, he might. He might get a... Yeah, he might be the next... You got to watch out for that kind of thing. But okay, the reason we're showing you this, guys, is this is in Shanghai.
Yes.
It's the most welcoming city for foreigners in China.
Yeah.
And it's just appalling that you get this kind of thing. It's happened, you know, it's happened to us, the xenophobia, and it's on the rise, just to show you that it's still there and something to be careful of.
Yeah.
This poor guy, just trying to eat his sushi. Yeah.
You are a dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Okay, what's going on here is there's a famous tourist spot. It's like these salt flats in China. Salt Lake.
Salt Lake.
Sorry,
Shanghai Salt Lake.
sorry,
yeah.
not Salt Flats, Salt Lake. Sorry, I had the salt flats on my mind.
Gotcha.
You know, I'm into
Always
cars
think
and
about that,
racing.
yeah.
Yeah, Salt Lake, and it's a tourist area. It's a very famous tourist area, and it's really nice to go there and check it out. You know, but the eyes, this is eyes gone wild, are going there and stealing the salt off of the paths. You know, they use the salt to make like actual paths that you walk on.
Yeah.
And they're stealing the salt to take home to use for cooking.
It's like the road.
Yeah,
There's a lot of, they're
you're
stealing
the road. You go, so you go to a tourist spot and you steal the road. And this eye is just like had it and is like,
Yo, but she wins.
she actually wins. She's beaten up this traffic cop / security guard, whatever he is, right here.
Probably a traffic cop.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got a badge.
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff you see in China. I think it's so funny that people think it's like some sedate, like Japanese polite society.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I mean?
not.
It's wild, dude.
Yeah.
And people have absolutely no respect for cops.
Oh yeah, no. Police are treated terribly in China. I hate to say, unless they're there to enforce the government's.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, if
That's
the government's like arrest this person for a post online, that's different. We have something which is it is a uniquely Chinese thing.
It is.
And we've covered it before. Spit foo. Sorry, I needed the volume up. Here we go. So, you know, in China, what happens is spitting on someone is not considered assault. Okay? So when
I got salt in the mind.
Yeah, exactly. Stealing salt. So what happens is when there's like a heated altercation, rather than resorting to blows, because if you punch someone, you will get into trouble.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Yeah. They have that quote. It's like, if you get into a fight, you lose. If you win, you lose. If you lose, you lose. If you lose, you get beat up. If you win, you go to jail. That's really the quote. So the person who actually wins physically in the fight is the one that's going to get into the legal trouble.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't start it.
Yep.
Right? So what they do is they resort to spitting on each other because you don't get into trouble for that.
Yes, which is weird.
It's very weird.
It's almost worse.
It's worse. You're going to give someone a disease. You know, he's spitting in their eye and stuff. So these guys had a dispute, and this IE and this guy resorted to spit fighting, spit food.
Eyes gone wild.
Yeah.
That's the theme.
Yep.
Get the waterworks going, guys.
Yeah.
I'm here for the spit.
It's coming. Hey, at least they try to mediate it. You know, this poor staff.
I know. I don't miss all like the public confrontations in China.
Yeah,
So
you
much
know.
fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go. Oh!
I feel like he got a good one in there.
I think he got a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, that's the thing about the high-speed rail in China is like it's always in the propaganda how amazing the high-speed rail is. High-speed rail would be very nice if it wasn't for the people on it most of the time because, you know, you get people like that and you can't have a decent, you know, we've got, you know, you got people like this dude losing it. And this unfortunate byproduct is, you know, you get lots of decent people, but the people that are not decent, it's impossible to ask them to be quiet or be polite because they won't, you know?
Spitality.
Yes, exactly. Now, what's going on here? You put this clip in.
Yeah, these are fruit stealers.
Oh, they're stealing fruit?
He's stealing fruits.
From where? Just off the trees?
There was, I believe, there was napkins.
Oh.
There might be oranges involved. There's theft. All I know is there's theft.
It's grab hacks.
It's grab hacks.
Yeah, look, it's tissue paper.
It's tissue, yeah.
So, was there a promotion or something? And
I think so, but I believe there was oranges involved for some reason.
Okay, I don't know where you're getting the oranges from.
There's oranges involved.
That's like orange packets of tissues?
No, there's oranges involved.
Okay. I can't see
remember
orange.
how, But there was oranges involved.
Okay.
It might have something to do. You get a packet of tissues if you buy some oranges or something.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I
look,
can't
look!
remember.
They even came across and stole her tissues from. Did you see that? Like from inside the gate there.
Yes, yes.
Grab hacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beyond the Great Firewall is where we take you into the Chinese internet and translate stuff that is going viral there.
Yes.
So here we have something very interesting, and this is kind of a wake-up call to why China's a low-trust society.
Yeah.
That's kind of our theme. China's a low-trust, one of the lowest-trust
Yeah.
societies. People don't trust each other, and they don't want to help each other because when they do, they often get punished.
This is a textbook example, so this is an important thing for us to share with you so you can understand where this mentality comes from, because it's one of the hardest things to comprehend. When you see it with your own eyes, when you see these videos online of Chinese people in need, you'll see like an elderly person's fallen down and people won't go near them to help.
can't.
And you have to understand why. I mean, look, I would never not help.
Me too.
I can't. I was brought up that way. But in China, they don't, and this is why. Here you've got a street cleaner. Okay, she slips and falls down on the mud. Right. This woman from the shop came over to help her up. Okay. So
the woman thought she splashed water on there, so it's her fault.
Yeah.
The cleaner thought that.
Yeah, the cleaner thought it was her fault for like splashing water on the road, and that's why
curb.
she fell, right? So she confronted the woman who actually helped her, and the cleaner's husband arrived, and the woman who helped was verbally abused, and they threatened her, and they obviously wanted her to compensate with money, you know. It's pretty horrible.
Actually, what he reminds me
Oh no.
of is his hats.
Yeah, I like how she kicked her husband. Did you see that?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
kind of looked like a like farmer.
Oh, come
Did we hit
on.
that 3,000 likes, guys? And make sure you hit that
Did we?
thumbs up button. Because, let me check. Shall I check?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes because it's at 2,993. Oh, no, I got to wait. Click that thumbs up button, guys. We got to get on that feed.
Here's the thing: if you hit 3,000, he doesn't get to wear this again.
Yeah, we hit it. Goal achieved. Do you have the goal achieved?
Oh, I do. I do actually have a goal achieved thing. Where did I put it there?
Yes! But you know, now we got to hit 8,000 today. So I tip my hat to you. If you guys are here live, we can hit that 8,000 likes if you're watching. Get it
yes.
on people's feeds.
Excellent.
You didn't
Okay.
even give me my song, did you?
Yeah, I forgot to give you a song.
Can you guys please click the thumbs up button? Come on.
Yeah.
We're getting to our main event here.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we are.
Tip
Okay.
my hat to
Right.
you.
Thank you. All right. Cheers. Bye. Yeah. Piss off, okay?
How
Just
rude.
joking. Just joking.
How rude.
Anyway,
right.
I just got to once again reiterate what we saw in that last clip was an elderly street sweeper slipped on some mud, fell down.
Said it's your fault.
Yeah, a woman walked over to help her up.
Yes.
And got blamed and was told that she is the one who caused this. The elderly woman went to go fetch her husband to come so that they could threaten her and try to extort her out of money.
Yes.
And then the woman kicked her husband in the
Yes.
leg because they didn't manage to get money out of
Yes.
it. Now, if there wasn't a security camera over there, she would have 100% been dragged to some kind of legal situation. They would have called the cops.
Sure.
She would have gone to court, and probably the old woman would have won.
Yes.
And the woman who helped out would be in trouble. What?
Oh, just the new vernacular in our chat for my like farming. Everyone says seed the feed. You got to get on the feed. You got to spread the seed.
Yeah. So anyway, here's...
Winston hates this.
Yeah, I do a lot. Here's another clip that's just come out of China, which is also ridiculous, okay?
Yeah. Same idea, right?
You've got the problem is like Good Samaritans... They do exist in China. Like
They
you saw
do,
that woman.
yeah.
That woman went to go and help the elderly, but they're always punished.
Yes.
Which then again, like, so you try to be a good Samaritan, you're punished. You'll never be a good Samaritan again.
You are true.
You know.
You are true.
So here's another example. You've got this old man. You can see he's carrying his packets. He's walking through a busy street. Okay. This woman stops her car, and she's like, "I gotta help this guy cross the street." Okay? Because look, he's about to be hit by cars. She's being kind. Walks over to help him out. Like, here, Grandpa, I'll help you out. What does he do? He punches her in the face and knocks her glasses off of her face
Whoa!
because he thinks that she's trying to steal his stuff.
She's just like, what the hell, dude?
It's not fair.
It sucks.
Yeah.
That's junk.
It's rubbish. Low
That
trust society,
sucks, man. See the feed. That
Anyway,
sucks.
see the feed. We wanted to tell you about our secret show, and this is what you missed.
Now you can be a burrito on the couch, in your bed, on the floor, or even in the shower.
Why? This is the most vile ad.
So that's a gay mask?
They're twisting it.
They're just showing you how strong the material is.
It's to make soap out of breast milk.
Oh, dude. Okay. I mean, that's fine. That's
fine,
innocent
right?
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
I think I have a thumbnail up there.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I think so.
I
If
would hope
I'm
so.
smart, yeah.
Yes, there we go.
So we did, of course, we have our Patreon show, patreon.com/ADV podcast.
Yes.
We have 167 episodes that you can get access to if you decide to support us.
Mm-hmm.
But our last one was called The Weirdest Things We Could Find on the Chinese Internet for Sale.
Yes, where we just looked at these bizarre products, and some of them were very disturbing.
We've outdone ourselves. And
Yeah.
you guys, a lot of the community helped too.
Yes.
We've done this before. This one was 2 to 3 times worse.
Yes.
It can't believe how, because it actually kind of like shows how the progression of Chinese society's gone since we did the last episode a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. The products we managed to find are truly shocking.
Yes.
And so if you want to check that out, you're going to enjoy it because this is the stuff we can't show on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So our patron is different. It's our secret show every Monday.
Yeah.
You can join us at the live tier. You can join us at the non-live tier, which is half of that price.
Yeah.
The live tier gets a couple perks.
Yes.
We have the Wheel of Fortune, where we'll handwrite you a Chinese name.
Correct. Yeah.
Wonderful.
If you want to join.
You vote on the topics. You give topic suggestions, and you know how we do the Q&A, the Yum Cha here every episode. We have that every Xiaoban Ho, every Monday live show. And if you're there live, we read every comment without a super chat.
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
or every question. Sorry,
every single question we answer.
So and it's the best way to support us.
Absolutely.
100%.
Obviously, it's a big ask, so only if you have the means, we'd love to see you there.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Before we move on to the main event, is your reality feeling too stable?
Yeah.
Okay. Get up to the 22nd floor with Chocolato.
Oh, my dear Chocolato.
This is our current limited edition merch. And I'll tell you what, we only have less than 2 weeks left on it.
Yeah.
This will never come back.
Yeah, never again. So if you want to get the, Oh My Dear Chocolato shirt with the C into the 8th dimension, which you can have on the back of it if you like. That's optional.
Yes.
Please go head on over to our Threadless, which is, I believe it's linked below.
Yep. It is thechinashow.threadless.com. Again, this is hand-drawn by our in-house legendary artist, Dragonella. She drew this, and there's no AI involved.
Nope.
It is limited. Again, it's going to be gone.
Hand drawn by a real artist.
Yes, it's going to be gone. It's going to be gone.
Yeah.
So there's a couple ways you can do it. If you look below this video, you'll see that our watches are down there.
Yeah, the
actually.
watches we're wearing today.
And the shirts are next to it. You can go in that way, or you can go to thechinashow.threadless.com.
Correct.
Pick it up. It's going away.
Yeah.
It's going away.
Correct.
Obviously, we have our permanent merch up there as well, in case you're interested in that too.
Yeah, go browse the store. Maybe there's something you like.
Yes.
You know?
I mean, I got this Big Bay shirt, but it's gone now.
Yeah,
right?
that was the last, limited merch.
Do the same thing with the Chocolato shirt.
Correct.
You know?
But only 2 weeks, you say, around
Only
about.
less than 2
2
weeks,
weeks.
yeah.
Okay. All right, guys, time for Slop Again, and my favorite part of the show. Okay. Now, I would like to maybe harken back. Maybe you guys can remember. China Daily, which is the Chinese state media, they have a show. It's called...
Welcome to another episode of Potside Chats.
Side chats. I remember that. It's been a while since we've touched on that.
Yeah, so Potside Chats is where you got Watchman Nathan and you got Stephanie and,
The Watchtower.
Yeah, the worst thing is like if you try to look at the origins of the show, it was supposed to be they sit around and eat like a hot pot and talk about, I don't know, 2 sessions.
Is that why it was called Potside?
Yes.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what it's supposed to be, right?
Wow.
But it literally turned into the worst propaganda schlock ever, where they're like, this is the Belt and Road board game, and then they're like
Xi Jinping. Oh, did you know that Xi Jinping once said, and then like quote, I have a trivia question for you. How old was Xi Jinping when he carried 2 bags of rice up the hill?
Exactly.
It's like, oh man, dude.
And then it just got boring. Like they go to like these big meetings, like political meetings, and interview Communist Party members and stuff.
They had this one where they had this other American girl there.
Yeah.
And she goes, I'm just so confused because I know about the 2 sessions. I just don't quite understand what it is. And they're like, well, the People's Consultative Committee of the Communist Party of China.
CPPCC.
It's like the most forced
Dude,
trash.
Anyway, that's Potside Chats.
Yeah.
So I look at communist propaganda every single week to see if there's something interesting. So this week, I found a new one from Potside Chats, which has Stephanie in it. So I thought, let's take a quick look at it. And I noticed something, and I wanted to know if you guys noticed it too.
Are they going to interview Jeffrey Sachs?
No, luckily not.
He probably was on this.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, he's on every state media. Anyway, let's take a look.
Food.
Okay, so I noticed something in this. You know, she's walking around in Chaoyang, which is part of Beijing. By the way,
Beijing propaganda, right?
yeah, it's a Beijing propaganda. Something about some area in Beijing, why it's cool or something. She's like, oh, you can eat this, you can drink that, you can eat that. You know, that type of thing.
Gotcha.
You notice the sky looks like absolute crap as usual. Sky don't lie.
It would.
And this is very recent. This is like from last week. But I noticed something. She's got these medical bandages on her arms.
Yeah.
Okay? Like
It's a harness.
Yes, in every shot, both arms has medical bandages. And I was like, I'm a little worried. I'm like, did she get attacked? Was she involved in a car accident? You know, did she get burned? Maybe she was cooking or something and spill oil or something. I'm a little concerned about her well-being because that looks kind of serious to have bandages on like that, right?
For sure.
So you can see them in every shot. So it's like, what happened? Is she okay? So I went back
This is
to the
that
beginning.
conversation I was talking about, by the way.
Which one?
Like, I'm just so confused about the 2 sessions.
Yes, and this is the first episode of Potside Chats. So I went back to when she was doing her rockabilly thing, okay? And I was like, what's going on here, right? So, you know, this is like back in time. And I noticed something interesting. Can you notice something about this particular shot? This is one of her earlier videos for Chinese state media. Okay. You notice something here. What's going on with her leg?
Blurred.
Yeah. And then, like, take a look at her arms.
Oh, there was a blur, but it went in and out. She's got a tattoo.
Yes. So the reason they're making her wear medical bandages on her arms is to hide...
Harnesses, okay?
Yeah, okay.
If you're on Xiaoban Hill, you'll know what the harness
Sure.
of death is.
Is to hide her tattoos. So I was like, these tattoos must be really bad if you have to hide them. Maybe they're like skulls and like maybe something inappropriate, or it says like die, or I don't know.
Or like down with the CCP.
Yes, it's got to be something like really bad. So I scanned through their old videos because like every once in a while they forget to blur it or they don't blur it properly. Yeah, I was like, okay, so you can see they pop up sometimes. Like, what is that?
Doesn't look offensive to me.
No. So I found like a pretty clear shot. So I thought like, let's enhance. So I mean, that is like, I think it's a cactus flamingo.
Probably not something offensive, right? There's no reason to blur this.
No. So I looked it up, and apparently a tattoo of a half cactus, half flamingo combines the symbols of two contrasting creatures to represent a personality that is both resilient and elegant. The exact meaning can be highly personal, but it generally conveys a sense of quiet strength and the ability to thrive under pressure while maintaining grace. So, I mean, if that's true, it's got a nice meaning behind it.
Yeah.
It's not offensive.
Nope.
At all.
Nope.
But, you know, she's forced to wear these bandages to cover it up, to cover them up. And it's sad, man.
It is sad. You can't be yourself in China if you work for state media.
No. So, you know, this is what Potside Chats in 2035 is going to look like.
You're going to have to wear a full body cast.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, 'cause, you know,
You're too individual.
Yeah. Now, I'm being quite honest here, where I feel really bad because that's not the first time I've seen this kind of thing happen.
Yeah.
Is when people have had to actually basically leave their dignity at the door
Yeah.
when they go to China.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew this gay guy, this very gay guy who used to wear a gay earring.
Very gay.
Well, I mean, that was part of his
Sure.
thing, and he wore this little earring,
Right.
and he was very proud of it. And like, if anyone ever like commented on like, "Hey, what's that earring?" It was like it was part of his whole his whole image.
Sure.
And then he started working for Chinese state media, and he took it out. But before that, if anyone even mentioned something about it, he was so adamantly defensive of him wearing that earring, and he'd get into fights about it. But then as soon as he started to do shill work, he took it out.
Right.
You know,
Makes sense.
And it's just one of those things that I hate to see people have to cover their identities and have to like sacrifice their dignity in order to work for Chinese state media.
Yeah, you should be able to be yourself.
Because like I'm not a tattoo guy. I don't have any tattoos, but I know that when people get tattoos, they have a lot of meaning, and it's like it's part of them. They do it because they want to express themselves, right? I'm pretty sure that's why people get tattoos. It's part of them.
For sure.
And then to have to cover them with these ugly medical bandages just so that you can do shill work is really just not cool. So I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point that out, that,
Yep.
you know, if you do work for Chinese state media,
For sure.
be prepared to let go of your self-esteem.
Funny, the chat thinks I have tattoos because you said you don't.
No, he doesn't have tattoos either.
I wish I could be the guy who'd be like, I know because I have tattoos.
Bollard.
Too lame.
You know, the thing is, like, I actually like tattoos in certain circumstances, you know? Like, I think...
Elaborate. Oh, please do tell.
It's kind of a weird kink, I guess, but I really like women with tattoos.
There you go.
You know, I do. My wife doesn't have any, but you know, like I don't know. I find it.
Do you make her use a Sharpie?
Yeah, maybe I could get. You know, those ones kids get that you like. You're temporary. I was just like, hey, I just wanted to try something out here.
Try this out.
Yeah, I was like, let's see how this looks.
Let's just do a mock-up. You know?
Anyway, no, I'm just you know, either have them or not. You know, I'm just saying, like I've got nothing. I'm not like against tattoos. Is what I'm trying to get at here.
Now, instead of talking about your kinks,
yes, let's not do that.
Let's talk about Bollard Report.
Yes, let's do that.
Bollard.
Bollard Report. So do you see these bollards?
Yeah, this is actually really annoying. Okay, and it's tragic.
This is grim.
So these popped up in front of one bus stop. Okay, and you can see they're pretty robust. Okay, and there's a reason, because in May at this particular bus stop there was an incident. You know, we talk about these incidents. The reason we have the Bollard Report, and you know, we've censored this, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And we would never show you. But this is the kind of thing that's been happening incredibly frequently in China. As you'll see, here comes a black car, comes in and just wiped out the entire bus stop.
On purpose.
Yes. And there were many people standing at the bus stop.
Yeah, it was in Tengzhou and Shandong. And this has been happening every week.
Yeah.
The reason we're showing you this one from May is because of what they did in response.
Yes. So, you know, like nobody survived. It just mowed down a whole group of people waiting for the bus.
Yeah.
And this is these revenge against society attacks we talk about, where people take out their frustrations when they snap. They just ram into like crowds of people.
For sure.
So in response to that, they've erected those bollards, but only at that one bus stop where it happened, because apparently lightning strikes twice in the same place. That's the logic.
It shows you like this whole top-down government thing. It's like we have this massive problem we have to knee-jerk to. They either put in like here 10,000 bollards in one place, or they put them in like a 1 square meter area where one time there was an accident.
Yes, rather than just implementing it around the country like they should.
Yes.
And also maybe address the actual problem.
For sure.
The reason why these are happening.
This is the eye bleach I wanted to put in.
Oh yeah, just to like palate cleanser.
That's a lot of bollards.
There's a lot of bollards. It is the Bollard Report after all. I mean, how many bollards are there?
It's a lot. That's what I'm trying to say.
Also, there's like a fire extinguisher around.
You know that's not hooked up. That's not hooked up.
Yeah, it's just in a kind of a weird place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot of bollards. There's got to be like over 100 over there. Like definitely, there's got to be hundreds. It goes around the whole building, right?
Yeah. It's a lot of bollards, right?
Yeah, this is a very extended bollard hop.
It's impressive, that dog.
Yeah.
Bollard.
That's a nice Bollard Report. What do we got next? Oh,
leads us into the main segment.
Our main segment of the show. Let's get into it, shall we?
So things are getting out of control right now in China. There's massive unrest. There's tons of explosions and accidents these days. We're trying to figure out what's happening. In this particular case, this is a whole area of what they call mansions.
Yes.
I just like to analyze these buildings. You have really all the stereotypes of a Chinese city here. You got blue glass. You got these very ugly buildings, but they cram them together to the point where they're just a safety hazard.
Of course. Well, I mean, if one catches fire, they all do, and there's no real proper fire escape scenarios in these kind of situations.
In fact, there's usually bars on the windows, which prevent people from getting out.
Yes.
Which is super grim, by the way. That's actually what's happened many, many times in China.
Oh, yeah. We've got the footage we'd never show.
For sure. One thing I wanted to show, though, in terms of chaos, this is the theme of Sao Paulo today, is like just absolute chaos.
Yeah.
Is this nuts... we normally don't show weather stuff, but you got to see this freaking storm that happened in Beijing because they're getting hit with like what seems like biblical plagues.
Remember last week it was like frogs? Yeah,
like
or
frogs
toads.
everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this happened just all of a sudden in Beijing. It's very uncharacteristic for Beijing to have such massive hailstorms.
Yeah.
It almost looked like it was snowing.
But it was hard, hard hailstones. And they were huge.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty insane.
It was insane how I've never seen that much hail before in one time. At one time.
Yeah.
It looked like the end of the world, and people were freaking out.
It's more of the, mandate of heaven stuff.
It's kind of mandate of heaven.
Yes.
And again, we don't believe in mandate of heaven, but Chinese people are supposed to, and they've been. If 2025 is like the year of mandate of heaven for
It really
China.
is. It just is. Yeah.
It's just like plague after plague. You had chikungunya.
Yes.
You had toads everywhere. You have these massive. You had the biblical
all the flooding
floods.
everywhere. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, all kinds of disease breakouts locally in localized areas.
Yeah,
it's been kind of weird. It's been kind of weird. You had the 50 factory sabotage fires.
Yes.
You've had bridge collapses.
Correct.
You've had landslides that have consumed whole villages.
You've had strikes everywhere because nobody's being paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been quite crazy.
It's pretty crazy these days.
Yeah.
In China. So just wanted to, again, I don't usually show weather stuff, but it is very uncharacteristic.
Incredibly. And so much so that people were commenting on it all over Chinese internet.
Yeah.
They were like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I imagine that kind of hurt.
Hail annoys me because it always ruins a car.
Every time.
Yeah.
Well,
Hail damage. So bad. So tough to get those out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're wicked good at dentless repair, remove.
Yeah.
What is it called? Paintless repair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paintless dent
repair.
removal. PDR. Yeah.
PDR.
Yeah.
You getting good at that?
No. I tried that and I cracked the paint.
Did you?
Yeah. Because I made a dent in my car by mistake.
Those guys.
With a hammer.
Oh yeah, I remember. Those guys that do that are wizards.
Yeah, they're really good at that. Yeah.
Just wizards.
They earn their pay.
They earn their keep.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was on. That was a few days ago.
Yeah.
But there was something much, much worse. Because that, again, this is an act of God, right?
Yeah.
There was something much, much worse.
You talking about this truck?
Yeah, it started as a truck.
Yeah.
And this was in Guangzhou and Baiyun, very wealthy, developed area.
Yes, Baiyun as well. And it's like
First-tier
near the
city.
airport there. That is insane.
It just got bigger and bigger, and it spread. And people were coming out being like, why isn't this thing being put out? Just couldn't put it out.
No, of course not. Dude, that's the problem. Safety measures are really not taken seriously in China when it comes to transporting goods. And this was probably, I don't know, what were they transporting? Like propane?
There was different people,
chemicals.
Different people were saying different things.
Yeah.
Some people were saying it was kerosene. Some people said propane. Some people said it was EV batteries. So there's all kinds of speculation. Some people said fireworks.
Sure.
But it did tons of damage, and it's just weird to see this not weird. It's common to see this kind of stuff in China, but weird to see in such a poster child city.
Yeah.
Where it's supposed to be super developed, very beautiful and rich, and like China's like postcard to the world. Be like,
This
look
is
at
when
us.
you land in Guangzhou.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah.
Baiyun, the Baiyun airport. It's supposed to be a very fancy area. Yeah. Wow. Baiyun means white cloud.
White cloud.
White cloud.
White-tailed
More like
deer.
black smoke.
Black smoke. It should be called black smoke.
Yeah.
It
It's
should be
a
called
hey yen. Yeah, hey yen. Yeah, exactly. Baiyun, change it, like cross that out. It's hey yen.
It's called a hey yen. Black smoke now.
That's a good suggestion. We should tell them, and then they can change their road signs, and we can become honorary citizens.
Dude. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And they think they would do that for us.
Yes.
I think they would do that
100%.
for us. Anyway,
Yeah.
this was just one of many things that happened this week, of course, in China.
Yeah.
Got a lot of different footage in this. It's because it's such a high population density area. In fact, Baiyun, in Guangzhou in general, is one of the most population dense places in the whole world.
Yes.
In fact, all the Pearl River Delta is. but specifically in Guangzhou, there are so many people here, so there's a lot of clips that got leaked.
I used to drive past this place every week on my way to Shajing, where I used to go teach in a hospital there.
Yeah.
And it was always a nightmare driving past here because of the traffic.
It's so crowded.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and it's very aggressive.
It would take me hours every time.
Yeah.
Now this, guys, we're just giving you a little bit of an update. The Complaints and Petitions Bureau. I know you guys love this.
The most 1984 thing ever.
Yeah. It's just inundated with crowds of people trying to get in. This is where you can go to the government to give your complaints. But now this is something else.
By the way, just so you know, you don't get your complaints answered.
No.
It's just the People's Republic of China sets up these like Orwellian facilities to be like, yes, you can't do anything locally about your issues. You didn't get paid. Your property caught on fire.
or it got seized, by the local
government. Right?
Yeah, local
so
government.
You can, in the Constitution, you can go to Beijing and go to the Complaints Bureau. Yes. They'll literally just say, "Get out of my face."
They'll say like, "Thanks for the complaint, bye," and then shred it.
And now you're on a list for being a complainant.
Yes, exactly.
So
here's one of these weird things. You know how we always see in Chinese propaganda and Chinese state media how much better China is than the USA. I mean, that's literally their message. Mm-hmm. And they tell everybody in China, hey, America sucks. It's bad, it's terrible, all the time. But this is the Beijing American embassy or consulate outside, and look at the queues. These are people waiting to get their visas to get into America.
I don't think anyone is waiting to get into China. No one's trying to immigrate to China.
I mean, if you just look at that crowd, okay, it goes around the block, by the way.
Yeah.
Look
That's been every day, by the way.
Every single day. So, I mean, this is just a random day from, the 15th of this week or
The
whatever.
Chinese government's literally telling the whole world that nobody wants to come to America. Yet 30,000 illegal Chinese immigrants came across the border in a very short period of time. And this is the legal line in one city.
Yes.
Of people trying to run away from their country.
It's the same in Guangzhou and everywhere else there's a U.S. embassy. The lines are around the block every single day.
If America is so bad and China's such a utopia, then why are this many people leaving?
Again, it's one of those things like talk is cheap.
Yeah, talk is cheap.
And this is a case.
This is proof.
This is Chinese people voting with their feet.
Yes.
And if you go to the Chinese consulate where you apply for a visa right now, you're not going to see a queue of Americans going around the block.
No. What would be the point of that? They can't move there.
No.
Right? There's nothing to do there. You're not upgrading your life.
No.
Right? These people are fleeing persecution, trying to find better economic opportunities because China's economy is in the dumps. And my favorite detail about this one little clip is this is just for America. This isn't Australia. This isn't the UK. This isn't Canada. Because guess what? Those lines are out the door
They're
too.
Absolutely there too. It's insane. So again, when you see the shiny cities and like, oh, China's living in the future, why is it that so many people are trying to leave? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why is it that there isn't a line trying to go there? You always have to look at reality versus a narrative. Yeah. Anyway, wanted to show you that before we move on. Speaking of just random chaos, what is this? What is happening here? You got a little van here. It just starts exploding out of nowhere.
Boom! Boom! I'm mostly impressed by how long this went. Like how many explosions were in this tiny little car.
I'm also impressed that the guy managed to get out unscathed.
Yeah.
Because those, he obviously. Why is he going back?
He's like, I'm going to lose my whole shipment.
Yeah, it's true. It's too late, bro. Just relax.
Oh my gosh.
I always used to wonder because you see those guys carrying the propane tanks on bicycles or e-bikes on the back. And I was like, surely that's not safe. Surely they explode.
They do.
Yes.
You've seen what happens when they blow up in under pressurized circumstances in like a restaurant. The whole building goes down sometimes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
This is wild.
I mean, yeah. Wow.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If no one got hurt.
Absolutely. Like, as long as no one got hurt. And he didn't, which is great.
Yeah. He needs to stop trying to go back.
Yes. Okay, so recently, can you explain to everybody what's happening here?
Yeah, so every year, you'll get this across the board in Chinese schools.
It's just happened now.
But yeah, most importantly to understand is that every Chinese university has to do something called military training.
Yes.
And what it is, it's an effort for a communist or authoritarian country to get their entire populace have some basic form of military training. So you can shoot they learn to shoot rifles. Mostly what they're doing is marching and brainwashing themselves into being fully nationalists under the CCP and to love the party above themselves. themselves.
Yes.
Not so much love their country, more like love the party and submit
Yes.
to the party. So every university in China has to do this.
Every single one.
They have to do it for a couple weeks. They don these cheap uniforms,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to do marching and drills and sing patriotic songs and stand like as straight as they can and not move and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
And recently, China's been trying to paint it as some sort of fun event. So they're showing like, oh, this is what they do when they have a break. Look at people are dancing. You know,
Sure,
there's
sure.
a lot of propaganda coming out about it.
Of course.
The reality is that it's miserable for most kids. They hate it. It sucks.
Yeah.
In some cases, places will really amp it up and do like full on like military drills for the camera.
There is something I need to say about this. I'll make myself big again here. I grew up in a very military sort of a situation in South Africa. How would you even explain it? There was conscription. I missed conscription by a year. When I turned 18, the year before they had gotten rid of conscription, but every single person that was born a year before me had to do a minimum of, I believe it was 2 years armed service. So as soon as you turn 18, you go join the army. You have to be in there. I don't know if it was a year or 2 years. I can't remember. But you do proper training. And, South Africa was at war with the Cubans in, Angola. They were at war, and there was always like a threat and a military threat. So you'd have to go do proper training, go live on the base, go away from your home for like a year or two and train. So everybody was about military all around me. My uncles, my dad, everybody, right?
You got a real anti-communist streak in your past.
Sure.
Fighting those Cubans.
100%.
Yeah.
So I know what like military training is. One of my uncles is a very well-known special forces operator,
That's right.
and I've been through that whole psyche, understand the psyche behind it. And I watched this military training because they also do it in middle schools and stuff as well. In high schools, they have like a kind of a light version of what they do in the universities. And these kids are learning nothing useful when it comes to military stuff. It's all pageantry.
It is.
The only thing they're learning is how to march and try to look good in a uniform. And, they get to fire a gun, but they don't learn actually anything that's useful from a military perspective. I just wanted to put that out there. It's just kind of like, it's like a school play.
Yeah.
It's what they're learning is like a school play.
And it's more sinister than that because it's submission. It's learning all out submission to the state.
So, I mean, the reason I'm saying that is I do want to pour some cold water because often you'll see these things and they big them up because it is propaganda. You'll notice in a lot of these clips there are people with cameras there because it's all about making it look like, oh, we're ready to fight. Every like citizen in China is like military trained, but it's actually not. It's really a school play, and they don't learn anything and they don't retain anything from that anyway.
There's
they
a lot
learn
of
how to
brainwashing,
march.
though.
Yeah.
A lot of brainwashing.
So anyway,
there's
a lot of hate. I just wanted to say that. Let's see. So here's an example of.
It's been more full of hate these days, teaching to hate America and things like that.
Oh yeah. Get us out of here. Let's take a quick look.
1949. That's the start of the.
Okay.
Dang. Revenge against society. It's very common. Yes, they're getting
Yeah, it's a joke. But they
are teaching them like how to stab.
Oh, of course. The whole thing is like.
But they're not teaching them how to have revenge against society.
No,
that's
and
a joke.
They're not really learning how to stab. They're learning how to hold a plastic knife and pretend to like, whoa, kill, do like a pose.
Kill,
you don't go kill and do like a anime pose.
You do in China.
Yeah. Anyway,
we got rare footage.
Dude, everybody knows puke protester, right? Yeah, where's the here it is, okay? We found a better clip. And I'll tell you why it's better, because that other one was someone filming with a cell phone. This time we've got the proper audio feed from the microphone. No joke.
Yes. This is not edited.
This is real. So we wanted to show you this because it's hilarious.
It's so much better in this
It's so much better. Okay, let's check it out.
Get it out, buddy. Come on. That last one's brutal. Like it didn't have any air. It was like at the top of his vocal cords.
Dude, his throat's about to prolapse out of his mouth.
With just acid burns from his stomach. Can we play that again?
We have to. I'm sorry.
Bro,
there's no
I
way.
love the people laughing.
Yeah, there's no way we can't watch that again. So what he's doing is he's doing the oath.
Yes,
okay,
yeah.
so it's an oath about like, oh, we got to do
Don't
this.
give up. That kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So let's take a look again.
Listen carefully.
Yes, I'll even put the volume up a bit.
Puke is incredible.
记住为公，记住记住，这类似坚持，不弃不放，老日给我引爆能量，要人为人，
Buzz that. You know what? I just got something in. I just
What?
got a message.
What's that?
This has actually been designated as the official oath for the Krink Alliance.
Yes.
You know, China, Russia,
Yeah.
Iran,
Yes.
North Korea.
Yes.
This is their official
Yeah,
oath.
it's there. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
They've unified.
Yeah, it's great. This this poor guy.
Puke swallow. You can
Dude.
hear the sound of
Yeah.
the swallow. It makes me nauseous.
It's so bad because he obviously
I'm
puked in his,
salivating.
he puked in his mouth and he had to swallow it again.
Oh my god.
I feel bad for the kid because you know it's so important. He's obviously
Yes,
really nervous.
For sure.
And so he gets to lead the oath, and he's just forcing himself through because he
He
can't
didn't
do
give up. Like
No.
he's tenacious.
Yeah, gotta
right?
give him props.
Yeah.
Gotta give him props. And you know what? I'm sorry, but I gotta play it one more
come
time.
on!
It's the last time, dude.
All right,
last time.
one. Last
Okay.
one. Try not to laugh this time.
记住为公，记住记住，这类似。
I got it.
坚持，不弃不放，老日给我
This guy.
引爆能量，
I'm gonna puke.
要人为人，
I'm burping.
Yes, okay. Oh man.
That's probably the best clip on the internet.
Yeah, it's right up there.
Yes.
It's right up there.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
I'm
And it's so crazy. For years now, we've known about the other one.
Yeah, 'cause
it's
we've always
so
had
much
it.
better. That
It's
one.
so much better. Where is it? It's like I'll find it again. Where did I put that nonsense?
Wow.
Oh, yeah, this one. Because I think what was happening is the guy who filmed on the phone, it wasn't picking up. He's like, because I was right into the microphone, and this is the feed from the microphone.
Yeah.
That's why you can hear it.
See the feed, dude. That was
Yeah.
amazing. Wow.
So glad we found that. Anyway,
Ooh.
you must be so relieved it's over.
I think he was sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is very much related. This was in Hebei in Hengshui.
Yes.
A girl passed away during the military training. The stuff that we just showed.
Yeah, but the reason she passed away is really annoying.
It is,
Okay,
yeah.
it's frustrating because she obviously had like heat stroke or something, and so they took her into the nurse's office, and then they gave her medicine that she's allergic to.
Yeah.
And that's why she passed
Well,
away.
because in China, this is a huge. You want to talk about cold water on the face?
Yeah.
The biggest. What a tone shift, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big thing that people don't understand is they go, oh, I'm thinking about going to China or whatever. And then I'm like, well, are you allergic to anything? I'm like, why does that matter? Well, because they don't believe in allergic reactions in China. They actually don't believe in it. Most people.
Yeah.
In fact, I've had many people with good educations in China tell me that, oh, your friend that has a deadly peanut allergy, they can go to China. They just eat a little bit of peanuts and you'll get used to it over time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, no, he will die. He will
Exactly.
die.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, no, it's fine. They'll get used to it. Like,
Yeah.
when you're in China, you won't have allergies.
Yes.
It's like, oh my gosh, dude.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And I've told this story many times, but I used to train doctors. That was my profession.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they had to set up for this big university aid, which was this huge thing where all the university games, basically like the Olympics for universities, they set up this very expensive clinic for the athletes. And luckily, during the whole event, the only thing they ever had to treat was heat stroke with one athlete. But they set up this clinic with all the best technology, and I went in to help them test it. Okay. And they had all the doctors and nurses there, and I pretended like I had a sprained ankle, and I like hopped in there, and then they put me in a wheelchair and took me in broken English. I couldn't speak Chinese. I had to pretend I'm a foreigner, and I told them, this is, the problem. And the guy's like looked at me and did the Chinese like doctor thing, feels my pulse and all that kind of stuff. And then he prescribed me antibiotics that I was allergic to. By the way,
die.
yes, that I would die. By the way, antibiotics for a sprained ankle.
I broke my knee and I got antibiotics.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just saying that and we're talking about a first-tier city. We're talking about they had the highest tech equipment, the latest, most expensive X-ray machines. They put me down on it, and it like moved me around.
Yeah.
It was like a robotic thing. They had the most expensive equipment and the best doctors in the city, and they prescribed me an antibiotic for a sprained ankle that I was allergic to.
Yep. Par for the course.
Yeah. And it's an interesting thing because they have a seafood street as well in Shenzhen. And they actually have an allergy hospital on that street because most people don't believe they're in allergies or that they're allergic to anything. And very often people they're eating seafood and
all of a sudden they have to believe.
Yes, because they have an anaphylactic shock.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I knew people that almost died from anaphylactic shock in China from seafood.
Yes.
And what they would say is, well, actually, it was just that one time because if I ate the head of the shrimp, then that's the only thing that bothers me. But if I eat the body, that's fine. They'd come up with weird ways around. Oh, it's because that day I was sick. You know what I mean? It's like, dude.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is tragic and it's horrible.
Yeah.
But we can understand why this happened. Anyway, of course, the government blocked any information about the parents protesting. And this is a trend that we're seeing because this happened on the 11th in Tianjin. A student, ground leveled.
That's our code word.
Yeah, the school covered the blood with dirt, sand, as you can see there. And then when the parents went there to try and get answers and to protest, they did what they always do and put up the physical censorship.
Yeah, they're not covering up a body, by the way.
No,
they're
these are the
covering
parents.
up parents.
Yeah,
because the parents are like, oh my gosh, my child ground
it's like,
level.
why did this happen?
Yeah,
they want to go get answers from the school because their child's no longer there. And what do they get? They're sitting there, they get covered with the cloths censored, and of course, this whole thing gets swept under the rug. And this is very common in China, and this is really horrible. The fact that we've seen 2 of these exact same incidents in a week, it shows you how common it is in China, I hate
the fact that nobody can do anything about it, and then they get arrested when they try to bring it up. Like, they'll remove videos and pictures online. Nobody can talk about it, and then when the parents try to be like, why, I need answers, then they get in trouble.
Yeah.
That's China.
They get censored. So imagine this happens to your child and you try to, raise awareness about it, try to get answers as to why this would have happened. Like, is there bullying in the school? What's going on? You're trying your best to find out. But every time you try to post on social media, all your posts get blocked. Any of your friends try to ask you about it, their posts get blocked. You get the police come and surround you, don't let anyone see you. Every instance of this thing happening just disappears.
China has gotten so much worse.
Yeah.
So much worse. That sucks.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so as a result of the military training, you're having kids that just can't handle it.
Yeah, it's too hot. They're out there 2 weeks. It's like, it's mind numbing for some people.
They also just they just can't handle it. Like the idea of having to march and you're not allowed to have your phone and stuff, So you've got multiple angles here. Yeah. I mean, it's not cool to see kids breaking down like this, but there's, China's not very well equipped to deal with this kind of situation.
Nobody's helping here, by the way.
Of course. Now, why are you showing this?
This is the enslaved people of Mount Vernon tour. These are the slaves that George Washington had. You can go to Virginia. This is the state tour.
Okay.
Government tour. This is Virginia's for Lovers tour. You can go see how the slaves lived. I want you to take... I know.
Why?
Right?
I mean...
Just stay with me for a second. Right?
Also, that's not something I personally would seek out.
I mean, it's just interesting to see the history of, how
so this is like one of those museums or whatever?
Yeah. And it's like a recreation of like what happened. Anyway, these are the slaves' quarters, okay?
Slave quarters, right.
So there's another picture here, just so you can take some inventory here.
It looks kind of cozy. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on, let's not.
No, I'm just saying I've lived in worse personally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's obviously a very dark past.
Oh, no, it's horrible. It's horrific. Horrific. Yes. Horrific.
Anyway, the reason I'm showing this is that I want you to take inventory of that because I'm going to now show you a university dorm in China.
Okay.
And this is going around.
I'm thinking of fairy tales. Don't prick your finger in the spindle of his spinning wheel, because there's a spinning wheel over there.
Gotcha.
Anyway, yeah.
Just take inventory of that, and let's have a look inside this. This is 2 days ago.
Okay, 2 days ago.
Just want you to look at the living quarters. 24 people are crammed in here. Okay.
Okay.
24 people. Keep going. I want you to pay attention to the back here.
All right.
That's open sewage. Those are open toilets.
In the dormitory.
In the dorm. I got another angle here.
Okay.
I want you to have a look here.
Okay.
This is in the room.
So wet. Oh, dude.
Look at that.
Dude,
that's
rough.
Look at that.
Oh, those gross pit toilets. So hang on a second. What you're saying.
I'm saying you make your own. I'm saying that a lot of Chinese people have to live in slave-like conditions.
No, you're wrong. Worse than slave-like conditions.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of the slave conditions. I was just showing you a very
you were showing
example.
Okay, so you were showing a nice slave.
Yes, but look at this.
Yeah, okay.
Look at this. Come on.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair to make the comparison, quite honestly, because the conditions that these students are living in is worse than the George Washington slaves.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. It's not good. And this has to stop, man. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes, I did some work at a university in Guangzhou. It's called the Guangzhou, whatever, I can't remember. I'll figure it out. I'll remember it someday. But I did some work there, and I stayed there to do like a summer camp type thing. And the students were living in very similar conditions to this. And they were crammed in the room, no air conditioning. It was so hot in the summers there. And, open pit toilets and so on. It's not okay.
Horrific stuff.
But I mean, don't think that Chinese people think this is okay. They're complaining about this.
For sure.
That's why that's why they're posting this,
For sure.
because they're also appalled at the conditions.
For sure. Just to follow up from the poisoning incident.
Yeah.
There's a poisoning incident at that school. I think we covered this last week or the week before.
Yeah.
What happened was a bunch of kids ended up getting poisoned at the school. They went to the hospital, still in the hospital, a lot of them.
Yes, they're still there.
So we want to do a follow-up because what happened?
Oh, yeah, this guy was posting on his social media account. He was just reposting official news sources about the food poisoning thing that happened last week we told you guys about, right? And you could see it circled. These are the sources that he reposted. This is like official
Chinese
news.
Government accepted media.
Exactly, official websites, that kind of thing. He got banned. He's got his account. He had to remove all of his posts, and he had to post an apology.
Yeah.
He had to post an apology for posting official news stuff.
He had to post an apology. Sorry, I used your government media.
So it's like if you were on Twitter and you reposted whitehouse.gov.
Yes.
You reposted it because of something. Then they decide, actually, we don't really want that news out there, and they remove their posts.
And then you have to apologize.
Then you have to apologize.
Yeah, because
that's
you
what
reposted
happened.
Their stuff.
Yeah, that's what happened. It's ridiculous.
Makes sense.
And the food poisoning thing is still going on, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's a big epidemic right now.
Yeah.
Just because this is just to remind you of the priority.
Yeah.
Right. This is the priority of China.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. It's a classic picture. I like that one.
Classic one.
Yeah.
Always a good reminder. Worldview!
This is where we talk about everything in the world, specifically with regards to China. We've got quite a lot to cover right now. First of all, we're talking about Philadelphia,
Yeah, close to home. So this happened in 2019. City Hall raised a Chinese communist flag, which is just ridiculous. It was the name of diversity.
Sure.
Imagine raising a flag that scares the Chinese people that walk by it, because a lot of Chinese people run away from the CCP and they don't want to see an American government building with the flag of persecution flying over. Right? Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
So obviously it meant a lot of controversy back in 2019. I think we may have brought it up somewhere in some video.
I know Australia did it with the Box Hill police station.
That's right. So they're doing it again.
Right.
They're trying to do it again.
Ridiculous.
2025, they're
still trying to raise the Communist Party's flag.
Might do it.
Don't do that at City Hall.
The Philadelphia senator is very against it, and I support his rhetoric behind it. It's like, imagine you literally flee this country because of the persecution of a communist government, and then you go there and you say, finally, I'm here. You see the Liberty Bell.
Yes.
You see the cracked Liberty Bell, and you're like, I'm in America. And you look up over the freaking
City
Hall, and there's the CCP's flag.
Yeah, it's like Big Brother's watching you.
Yeah.
You can't escape us.
You can't get away.
Yeah, dude, it's not okay. If you guys have any sway in Philadelphia,
yeah, I mean,
maybe you own a Philly cheesesteak kind of restaurant there or something, like contact your local.
No, don't.
Yeah, just contact your local government dude and maybe be like, what are you guys doing?
Do whatever you want to do, but
yeah,
yeah, this is ridiculous.
I mean, I would if I had that kind of sway.
Yeah,
Cool.
Anyway,
what else we got?
Show you that history repeats itself. They're doing it again. Yeah. So people asked us to talk about this new TikTok deal. So we've been following this. This has been our fight for probably 5-6 years now. TikTok has been deemed as a national security threat in the U.S. It was bipartisan. Democrats and Republicans, Tolek, they agree. Yeah. They said, we got to get rid of this app.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to see both political sides of the spectrum come together and agree on something.
Yes.
And say, listen, TikTok's a bad idea.
So TikTok's run by China. China is able to manipulate the algorithm. They're able to put Chinese propaganda in front of people. In fact, it's been proven time and time again. We've covered this probably 10 times.
China has actually spied on journalists using TikTok to find their IP addresses. They also basically forced everybody to phone their local congressman or government official to complain.
TikTok hijacked its own app.
Yes.
To be able to force people to call their own local government official in America.
Yeah, it popped up with a prompt and you had to click dial or whatever before you could continue with the app.
Yeah.
They've already proven that it can be used as a powerful psyop tool.
Yes. So basically, we've covered this for many years now.
Yeah.
And we've posited the idea, and many experts agree with us, that if China were to invade Taiwan or China was to end up in conflict with the U.S., right?
Yes.
They could have over half of America in their pockets and literally start pumping anti-U.S., anti-military, pro-China stuff, get misinformation, disinformation, make people not participate, make people not want to stand up for themselves.
They already do that.
Yeah, I'm saying, but they could do it like this.
Yeah,
like
they could,
in a war.
In a forceful way. They could get rid of all the other content. All of a sudden, all the dancing girls will go away and it'll just be like, whatever.
In my mind, TikTok could be used as asymmetric warfare from China against the U.S., right? So this bill was passed. They said, we got to get rid of it. Everyone agreed. Well, the majority agreed. And recently it's been being pushed down the line. There's extension after extension waiting for what was supposed to happen was either it's banned or it's sold to an American company.
Yes.
But the stipulation is that the algorithm has to be here in America, right? You can't have the Chinese government pumping Chinese propaganda to
America. They can't have control over what gets shown to people.
Right. So the update is that apparently the Trump administration has reached a deal with Xi Jinping, which tells you so much, by the way, that Xi Jinping is negotiating on behalf of a private company.
That's the thing. Like, if it wasn't a Chinese-controlled app, if it wasn't so important to the Chinese Communist Party, why is Xi Jinping the one who gets to decide about this deal? Why is it so important that the actual head of state, the dictator, is the one who's so involved in all of this? It's not a company negotiation. It is the Chinese Communist Party's negotiating.
Yes. So although we might, we don't want to speculate too much because we don't know what the deal is yet. The speculation is that either America will own 80% of it, China will own 20% of it, but the data must be stored in America, right? The app must be an American version of the app. It'll be a different app. And the algorithm will probably be licensed from ByteDance, the Chinese company. Now, we don't know if that's good or bad because we don't know what that entails. Does that mean China is going to still run the algorithm, but it's like a different version of it? We need to know. So there was a good clip today with an interview with Representative Molinar, House of Representatives. He runs the House Select Committee on the CCP, a great organization in the U.S. government that actually stands up to the CCP's influence. He has some concerns about it, and we wanted to run that clip.
Okay, let's take a look. It's coming up.
Congressman John Molinar is the chairman of the China Select Committee.
Well, first of all, let me just say I am hopeful, but there are concerns because when it comes to control, Xi Jinping has control. And if there's any question of whether ByteDance is controlled by the Chinese Communist Party, look no further than the fact that their leader is actually negotiating a divestment with ByteDance. And so I am optimistic. The president is a very good negotiator. Unfortunately, Xi Jinping has a lot of leverage in this. I think from what I've read, the plan of having data more secure, I think, is very positive. But at the end of the day, the algorithm is a huge issue, and we don't want to make allowances for China to continue to influence, control what 170 million Americans see and their outlook on the world. And so that's the concern. We haven't seen the details, and we look forward to hearing what the president's conversation is like with Xi Jinping. But that's the concern. Unfortunately, the Chinese have said that they will still control the algorithm. So we don't know what to believe until the details come out. But at the end of the day, you know, there are American companies who would love to buy TikTok and have good plans. And I believe we could have Americans designing an algorithm that would suit our needs. But that's really the key question. And I think the president's an excellent negotiator. I think I'm optimistic, but we have to see what the details are. I hope he would be willing to walk away. And Secretary Benson basically said we aren't going to trade national security for a social media app. And I thought that was a very important statement. So I think you have to look at the way Xi Jinping has leveraged NVIDIA at this point, and the way they're willing, and actually the way they leveraged Apple for that matter. So I hope the president will recognize he does have the ability to walk away. Congress wants him to get this right for the American people. I know that's what he wants. And Xi Jinping has a very different agenda. And this is a social media that would be an influence operation for a foreign adversary. And so that's why this algorithm is so important. And when you look at the ways they try and sow division in our country, we don't need more division in our country.
So pause that real quick right there. The be all and end all of the TikTok thing is what you guys have to understand, at least from our perspective, is this. I think a lot of this is being swung as like, this is got to be a business deal that benefits America. The point of the law is not about business. It's not about profits. It's not about billions of dollars in revenue. It's not about controlling a social media app because America controls most social media apps. So the rest of the world should use American stuff. What this is about is national security.
Absolutely.
And it's about the algorithm. The only thing that actually matters in pertinence to the bill, where everyone agreed to, like, let's get rid of TikTok or force a sale. The only thing that really matters at the end of the day is the algorithm.
Yes.
Can China manipulate an algorithm to get in the pockets of half of America's population, to shoot them Chinese propaganda, denigrate their own country, and turn them against their own country and form division?
So
that's the only thing that matters. It's not a business deal. This is not a business deal.
Yeah.
This is about the algorithm. So stay on the path here.
Yeah.
And don't forget that that's what we're actually should be negotiating for.
Yes, not about
I don't care about billions of dollars.
Yes.
I care about, is my country going to be under the influence of the Chinese government? That's what I care about.
It sucks if you've got China deciding what it is you think, because it's very easy to manipulate algorithms to subtly start to feed you certain narratives and then reinforce them and reinforce them more. So, you know, if, for instance, it's very easy for China to say, let's make all Americans take Russia's side and think Ukrainians suck. And it's very easy for them to start pushing stuff that makes Ukraine look bad and Russia makes Russia look good. Very easy to do. And even if you at first are supporting Ukraine, after a while of just brute forcing you into believing that Ukrainians are bad, you may start to think they're bad. You may start to take Russia's
It happens.
side.
No, it really has.
Very
I've seen
easy.
it happen in real life.
It's very easy to do. And that's the kind of thing that we have to work against here. So you don't want China deciding, you know, let your own government screw you over at least.
Yeah, this meme
is so true.
Literally what I'm talking about. What China and Russia do with apps like TikTok.
Yeah.
Or even
and
YouTube
Twitter,
and stuff.
man. X, I see it all the time. Yeah.
is trying to foment division
Yes.
in the USA. Is there division in the USA? Yes. Is it 100 times worse because of bad actors like China and Russia? Yes.
That's
Yes,
the
it
problem is, yes, you have natural divisions, you have natural arguments, you got two different sides. China and Russia, they really benefit when they stoke up the hatred and they stoke up the violence, and they're using social media to do that. And I hope people can just wake up a little bit to this and start seeing it for what it is.
I mean, yes. Okay, so I'm hopeful, like Representative Molinar. I hope the right decision is made by the current administration here. But don't lose focus. It's about the algorithm. It's about national security. That's why this bill, that's why we supported the bill in the beginning. We don't get involved in domestic politics, but when it comes to CCP infiltration of the U.S. through TikTok, we absolutely got involved because that is important.
For sure. Get the commies out my pocket, please.
Yes. Commies out of the pockets.
Yeah. And what's this?
This is just what's really interesting is China's getting very, very agitated. And it's very much in line with the next article I'm about to show because Japan obviously is getting the new Typhoon missile launcher, right?
Typhoon?
The Philippines is getting a lot of military equipment. Taiwan is supposed to be getting massive amounts of military equipment. And all of this is to defend themselves against what China's actually trying to do. Go against what their entire rhetoric is that, oh, we're China, leave us alone. We're going to do whatever we want, but we won't get involved with anyone else. And what they're actually trying to do is completely control the region.
Yes.
And these countries, sovereign countries, have to defend themselves.
Of course
and they're not
they do.
very pleased with that. Right. Now, importantly is the next thing. This is something that really got to me.
Okay. Why did this get to you?
There, so
yeah, it'll stay here. Don't worry.
Stay. Now, I love Foreign Affairs. I think this is a highly respected publication.
Oh, you weren't just saying you love foreign affairs as in, like when like Princess Diana has an affair.
I love
because that's in a foreign land.
Huge.
So, like when some foreign celebrity has an affair with someone else. Like, I love foreign affairs.
All my RSS feed is that.
Yeah, you're just looking at affairs that happen overseas.
Yes, it has to happen overseas.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, Foreign Affairs is one of the most respected publications in my mind.
Okay.
Fantastic. Been reading them for years. High level of journalistic integrity. And I'm not saying that they don't have a high level of journalistic integrity with this article, but I think this article is very coercive. And so this was written by three, I guess, professors, right? A political science professor in different American universities.
They all have Chinese surnames.
Correct. Now, whatever. I'm gonna go after their arguments here.
Okay.
This article was written in a way that a hopeful, positive person would read it and then walk away from it and say, maybe they're onto something here. Because the be all and end all is to kind of downplay China's motivation in the world and be like, you'll be able to get China to play ball. You know how like Trump's trying to get China to do certain things, or the UK is trying to get China to do certain things, or lay off of this and that, right? Stay out of Taiwan, don't harass the Philippines. You'll get them to play ball if you realize that their strategy has nothing to do with aggression, is not about expansion. It's about they're trying to just be themselves and control things domestically, right? And so instead of reading through the article, I wanted to hit the main points and fight back on these because I thought this article was very, very convincing. It was very well written.
Okay.
But I honestly think it's 80% wrong.
I read the article and I have a pretty strong opinion about it, but I'll let you go first.
Sure. So one of the arguments is that China seeks stability, not expansion.
Sure.
Absolutely incorrect. China is
Wrong.
a neo-imperialist nation. It is expansionist. It's adventurous. It's going around and actually taking territory.
What do you think the Belt and Road garbage
Correct.
is all about? What do you think the whole Africa thing they're doing?
So they claim in this article, kind of, that the South China Sea is not really being militarized, right? They literally built artificial islands that are only for the military in other people's waters.
Yes.
Right? Like, so far away from China.
Yes.
Civilians can't go to those islands because they are just for the military. So you can't make a claim that it's not militarized. It doesn't even make sense.
They're only military outposts.
There's photos of it. There's zoomed in photos of a military outpost.
Missiles and, radars and landing strips. And
what do you think the 9-dash line is?
Yes.
They literally on maps make a 9-dash line around Taiwan in contested islands that aren't theirs.
Yes.
That's militarization.
Yes.
That's false claims. That's expansionism.
Yes.
That's imperialism.
Yes.
It's all the things that they claimed that they weren't.
Right.
Gray zone warfare, maritime militia. You're an expert on this. You've tracked this for 3-4 years now, right?
Yeah, longer. The Chinese far seas fishing fleet is just a militia. They go and they're bullies. They go strip the seas completely free, but they also serve a secondary purpose, and that is to actually act as a military arm of the Chinese government. They'll go into certain parts of contested waters and they'll just blockade the whole area. They'll prevent other fishing boats from coming in. They're keeping an eye on. They're spying. They're asserting presence. They're allowing the military to come in and establish bases and stuff. They're terrible.
Another gray zone. Warfare. Cyber attacks. China attacked the entire U.S. telecoms network. They hacked every single person in America.
Correct.
They hacked the government officials. They hacked our president and the vice president.
Yep.
They have hacked our infrastructure,
Five
our
Eyes
electric
countries.
grid, our water system.
Yep.
In preparation for being able to shut down the entire country.
Yeah.
That is warfare.
It is.
What about a disinformation campaign, multi-billion-dollar campaign called 讲好中国故事?
Yes.
Which is literally a Chinese propaganda campaign to convince you that the CCP is good and that your country's bad.
Isn't it funny how everyone's always like, you're part of that, how millions of dollars, American propaganda budget or something.
That's not a thing.
No.
That's not a thing.
China actually has a very openly public propaganda campaign called that 讲好中国故事.
If
billions of dollars.
I'm still waiting for my check from the U.S. government to pay me to do this, because guess what? That's not how things work in America.
I am also so sick and tired of not being paid by the CIA.
Yeah, because that's what we get accused of.
Of course, I want that money. If people are going to accuse me of working for the CIA,
dude, that would be
please,
sick.
I want to be able to hold up a check that has the Central Intelligence Agency letterhead on it or whatever.
It says Langley.
Yeah, exactly. I want to say look, I got money from the CIA. I'd be willing to work for you guys, please.
Unfortunately, that's just not how it works.
Yeah, but I want to though.
And me too.
Can you guys just get a hold of me?
Hurry up.
I'm accused of it anyway.
Yeah, so let's just make this a done deal.
Exactly.
Anyway, economic coercion,
Sure.
right? Completely threatening this is the crazy argument in the article, was that China doesn't do anything like what Trump does with tariffs and stuff. Bro, are you kidding me?
Australia, where they just we're not going to buy your lobsters or wine anymore.
Yeah.
Any company that even slightly someone tries to criticize, remember the NBA, that guy said something about the Hong Kong freedom. They shut down all the NBA games for the Rockets in China. You may not sell your products here unless you toe the party line. All of it is economic coercion.
Let me just pick one brand to prove this to you.
Sure.
Honda. Do you think Honda can operate in China? It can't.
No.
It has to operate under Buntian Guangzhou.
Yes.
So
a joint venture.
China has to build all of the cars.
Yes.
They become a completely different version of themselves.
Yes.
And they're not the same thing. And China has to have 51% ownership.
And also then there's technology force transfer. They have to tell them how to build it. So they steal the designs for the engines and stuff like that too.
For sure. Taiwan coercion.
Yeah.
Daily military flights into Taiwan's airspace with military jets.
Yes.
How is that not military expansionism?
Yeah.
Or threats?
Of course.
I just thought that claim was insane.
Yeah, sure.
Limited aims are expanding over time. So the claim was that China's aims haven't changed since the 1950s. We always say this, and this is true to a certain extent. China's constitution and their legal system and kind of what they are started in 1949, and that framework hasn't really changed.
No, the framework hasn't changed, but the way that they implement it has.
Correct. China continues to grow its influence and power around the world for its own selfish needs. And when you say it's not an imperialist country because they have peaceful programs like the Belt and Road Initiative, it's quite literally expansionist imperialism.
Yes, it is.
They are using infrastructure promises to poor countries around the world to gain ports, military and economic.
Yes.
They are using debt trap diplomacy to make sure these countries can't pay back what they built for them. By the way, they build poor quality things.
It's rubbish.
Look into Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look into the rail systems they've set up in some of these
look
places.
at Montenegro, how they destroyed the river.
Yes.
They built
what about
this crap.
Zambia? Millions of people are now affected by, what was it? Thousands and thousands and thousands of tons of heavy metal poisoning
Arsenic
now.
and cyanide and stuff in the river destroyed it.
So then you get them, you do a bad job, you poison the people.
Yes.
And then you say, now you owe me money, and if you don't, you actually give up sovereign territory.
Yes.
Right?
We own your country.
Literal imperialism, right? Military bases, Djibouti, rumors in Cambodia of a military base in Southeast Asia, Equatorial Guinea. It's literally developing a global military footprint. That's not what you do if you're non-interventionist.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
national rejuvenation and the China dream, where people have to literally stand up to challenge the U.S.-led hegemony of the world. That's not just sticking to yourself.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the trajectory is revisionist. They're trying to revise what the original goals of China were.
Yeah.
Right? Undermining liberal international order. There's a claim in the article that China supports UN-based order, right?
Why is it that they're trying to then overtake the UN and influence the UN?
Yes.
Look at what happened to the World Health Organization. These big things, they infiltrate them and then they coerce them and then they bribe or they do whatever they do to make sure that they follow what China's interests are. And the UN and the World Health Organization and so on go against their core morals and principles in order to accommodate China's demands.
So I have a couple notes I looked up here. The UN, WHO, like you said, World Trade Organization, other international bodies, right? Things we're supposed to trust.
They've all bent over for China.
They have. The norms of cyber sovereignty and state control over information have been pushed by China. So no freedom, state-controlled information now is being pushed as the norm within these international bodies that are supposed to support democratic ideals, right? Human rights enforcement, they're trying to get rid of the UN's definition of what is a human rights violation so that they can commit genocide in Western China.
Isn't China on the UN Human Rights Board?
In fact, they were the leader for a little while.
They were, weren't they? The leader of the UN. Come on, dude. In China, where you still have slavery. You know? Are you joking?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Global development, security, and civilization initiatives are all about a China-centric narrative. China is the new leader of the world. And this article posits the idea that China's not trying to be the center of the world. They're just trying to deal with their own stuff over there.
Do their own thing.
China's literally, what do you think BRICS is? It's so blatant. It's like you wrote an article and ignored everything that's right in front of your face.
What are the de-dollarization that they're trying to push? I mean, what are you talking about?
Sticking to yourself. Right? No, you're trying to get the entire world to follow in your authoritarian footsteps.
Correct.
It's unbelievable. It's not upholding rules-based order, right?
No.
Military buildup. The claim, China's buildup is defensive. China has the biggest navy in the world, and it's expanding at the fastest rate in the world. How is that defensive?
Not defensive.
Who's attacking China?
No one.
No one.
No one's threatening to attack China either.
Who are they threatening to attack every day?
Taiwan. India.
Philippines.
Vietnam, all those guys, they're always messing with them with their boats, with their water cannons and stuff. That's the thing. Has anyone ever said to China, hey, we're going to attack you? No.
Do you know what you do when you're just a defensive nation like this article claims? Is you expand your nuclear warheads to over 1,000 warheads by 2030. That's what you do. You're like, I'm just here to defend myself. I'm just going to be the fastest growing military in the world. Blue Water Navy, aircraft carriers, long-range strike systems. That literally the PLA brags about their intention and ability to project power with those weapons across their borders. So that literally defeats what you said in the article. The PLA said it. So did you ignore what the Chinese military said? I don't understand. This is like nuts to me. Military exercise with China and Pakistan with the actual banners to counter the U.S. alliances. If you're sticking to yourself, why are you doing that then? I don't understand. I'll just brush through a couple of these notes I wrote. Intentions changed. So the claim was China's leaders have no interest in hegemony. Nazi Germany, Japan, all of these countries literally started as saying the exact same thing. And look at what China's doing right now. It's simple, right?
I'm just going to come out and say this article is garbage. It's
well written.
It's garbage, though. And you know what it is? It's as if you've caught a thief who's stolen a bunch of stuff, and you give them the opportunity to, get a lawyer, and they're like, no, I'm going to defend myself. And this is what they've prepared as their opening speech to the court.
That really seems
they're defending themselves, and so they're completely changing the subject. No, I wasn't even in the same city. No, my name isn't that, and I don't even look like that, and I wasn't even wearing those clothes on that day.
For sure. My final point is their last claim. Which, again, if I had read this 20 years ago, I would have really liked it. I would have said, you know what, this is absolutely true. Let China cook. Let them do their own thing. You know what I mean? The last claim is viewing China as a threat creates unnecessary conflict. No. Can you give me a no?
I'll certainly find that for you. Where is it? There.
No. No, underestimating China is always more dangerous than overestimating China. There's no downside to overestimating China's threat, because what they've shown us on paper in reality is that they are a threat, and they do not like America, and they are trying to challenge America's leadership role in the world.
They've got spies here stealing everything all the time, always on the military bases. They had those clandestine police stations here. They're doing all sorts of terrible things to hack America and to undermine America. They're trying to spread division amongst the people. China's the biggest threat
for sure
right now.
I think that's my final point of this, and this is why I was so upset about this article, is that it's trying to say, like, be complacent, right? Because that's safer. No, deterrence is safer than complacency.
Yes.
Complacency is never safer than deterrence. It's not about invading China. It's about being prepared, because China's already doing the bad thing.
It's a garbage article written by what seemed to be agents. That's what it looks like.
It
seemed to be like just wait. It's like, don't pay attention to what we're doing here.
Yeah. I can't believe it. I think this is like, people just need to be aware that I think right now China's, and again, this is not anything on the people that wrote it. This might genuinely be their opinion, but in general, like zooming out from the article, China's new rhetoric is going to be, I'm going to play Mr. Nice Guy. I'm not going to do the wolf warrior thing on like right in public. And I'm going to go back to the time where I'm going to try to do all the bad stuff in the background, but then pump billions of dollars of propaganda to tell you that actually I'm the good guy. Yeah. I think that's what we're dealing with right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Horrible stuff. Anyway, guys, it's time for our Q&A. Yamcha. This is the segment of the show where we answer your questions and you question our answers. Look, it's Friday. It's time to relax. I know we've had a couple of ups and downs in the show, but it's time to loosen the tie and grab a drink if you've got one, whatever it may be, alcoholic, non-alcoholic. It's your choice after all. And let's answer some questions. If you're not watching live or on the weekend, we bid you adieu. So stay awesome and we'll catch you next time. But for everyone else, it's